bring number 17, Hayes Keetle, the Cougars' right fielder, to the plate with bases juiced. Hayes Keetle with a chance to make a statement and blow this game open for the Cougars. Long sitting on the mound with 2 outs. I think there was something with Baker that Brookstone coaches just didn't like the idea of him batting with 2 runners in scoring position. That ball was fouled off of Mays' mask for strike 1 on Keetle. Umpire's adjusting his mask, allowing Mays just a little bit of time to collect his thoughts after that ball popping off of his face. Keetle standing back in the box, ready for Long's offering, and it's a great pitch on the outside edge of the plate, called strike 2. Long in a favorable position here. 2 outs. He's got Keetle in an 0-2 count. He looks to deliver pass ball. Brennan Neal's going to score easily. Runners are going to move up 90 feet now. Brookstone sitting with runners at second and third. And a 2-0 lead here on the Raiders. If you're Long, you got to brush that off. You've got to just go right back after Keetle. You've got him in an 0-2 count. And he does just that and retires Keetle to head to the home half of the 3rd inning. We're going to see our pitcher, Kingsley Long, with a bat in the batter's box ready to make some noise and try to help himself out. So y'all keep it right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Chevy Traverse with 3-row seating up to $7,250 off. The impressive Chevy Equinox up to $5,500 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and
And we are back live from Shaw High School. The Raiders pitcher, Kingsley Long, stepping into the batter's box, looking to help himself out here. Shaw finds himself down 2-0 to Brookstone, who plated 1 in the first and 1 in their top half of this inning, the 3rd. The pitch from Luke Lowry comes in as a strike, called strike. And Long hammers that one into left field. Left fielder makes the catch a few feet from the fence. And we're 1 down now for the Cougars. Going to see the catcher, Deshaun Mays, come up, who was thrown out at the plate in the bottom half of the 1st inning, trying to advance to home. Brookstone's catcher, Mays was coming into home plate, and the right fielder, Hayes Keetle, made a absolute beautiful throw from right field to get him out at the plate. Mays squares the bunt, pulls back, ball 1. If you're Shaw's head coach, Matt Dormany, you're just telling your guys, relax. Long game, lots of baseball left to play. That ball sails over Deshaun Mays' head and into the backstop. Camera's doing some funny things. Hotspot's doing some funny things. 2-1 count on the catcher, Deshaun Mays. That picture was flipped. I don't know how long it was flipped for, folks, but we're going to get it worked out, I promise you. We want nothing more than to bring you a good quality broadcast. One count. That offering from Lowry sails right down the middle for a strike, evening it up at 2-2 with one down here in the bottom of the third. Mays short and compact. Kind of an ideal body type for a catcher. Of course, in MLB, you're seeing them all shapes and sizes these days. Look no further than Atlanta to see the difference in Sean Murphy and a Travis d'Arnaud and a Drake Baldwin. And that's a swing and a miss from a full count for Mays. That's going to bring up Kingston Long, the center fielder, brother to the pitcher Kingsley. Long twins I believe they are 4-year starters for the Raiders on the varsity squad. This being their senior year, these young men are looking to make a run deep into the GHSA playoffs in 2A. A lot of pride for their school. They're both track athletes, and Richard said he believed that they may have played football as well. Twin brothers. Shaw legacy players. They're both their dad and their uncle, Brandon and Nick, both played here at Shaw. That first pitch from Lowry sails high for ball one. Kingston batting from the left-handed side of the plate. Takes ball number 2. Brookstone's third baseman playing in. That's another high. Putting Kingston Long way ahead in the count, 3-0. There are 2 down. And Kingston did not offer at that 3-0 count. Ball comes in for a strike. 3-1 for Shaw Raiders, Kingston Long. Probably just swung at ball 4. The ball came in a little high, just right above the letters. Both Kingston and Kingsley are long, athletic body types. And he didn't fall for it that time. He's going to take that free ride down to first base to bring up the Raiders' batting average leader right now. And it's Connor Dormany. He absolutely blistered a ball in the first inning, his first trip to the plate. Let's see if he can do that again. Long course takes off. Like I said, track athlete. He is quick, and he arrives safely at second base. And that offering from Lowry comes in for ball 1. Runner in scoring position now with some speed, so Shaw can do some damage here if Dormany can place the right ball. I have no doubt if he puts that into a gap in the outfield that Kingston Long is going to come all the way around 180 feet to play to run for the Raiders. 2 down here in the bottom half of the third. And ball 3 comes in high. And Dormany awaits the 3-0 offering from Lowry. And he gets it in there for a strike. No doubt he wanted to take that bat off his shoulder on that one, but golden rule of baseball, one of them is you don't swing on a 3-0 count. There are some cases in the Major League Baseball where guys do it. They're usually mocked for it. Dormany's going to take ball 4 and head down to first base. So runners on first and second for the Raiders, 2 down. It's going to bring the shortstop Otis Stevens to the plate. Stud football player for the Raiders. Otis is going to look to do a little damage here on the diamond instead of the gridiron. Down 2-0 with a one swing of the bat. Raiders can take the lead. Double steal. Both runners going to advance and arrive safely, bringing Kingston Long just 90 feet from pay dirt. And Connor Dormany standing safely at second. Looks like Coach Dormany is going to bring a pinch runner on. Certainly not for Kingston. It's got to be for Connor. And he's going to bring Ja'Cory Davis in to stand at second base. Put a little speed on the base path. Otis Stevens looking at a 0-1 count with 2 down. You got 2 runners in scoring position. Stevens represents the tying run. He pops it straight up. It's going to drift out behind first base, and the first baseman, Jake Lowry, making the play for the Cougars. So that's going to take us to the top half of the 4th inning. Thank you all for joining us here today on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're thrilled to bring you high school baseball and could not do it without our presenting sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Coca-Cola, Houston Sports Clinic, and Jack Houston Memorial Hospital in Phoenix City. Thank you so much to our sponsors for allowing us to bring you elite-level high school athletics coverage. So we're going to let the pitchers warm up. We're going to let you hear a few words from our friends, and we'll be right back with the top half of the 4th inning. Keep it right here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
We're back from Edwin Jackson Raider Field on the grounds of Shaw High School and the Charles Flowers Athletic Complex. We're going to see the Cougars sending up Fisher Ogle, the third baseman, to the plate. Kingsley Long offers outside, 4-1. Catcher wanted that one. He tried to frame it up nicely for the umpire, but he didn't get it. 2-0 count here on Ogle. Ogle hammers it into the gap between shortstop and third base. He's going to basically coast into first base, make that turn, think better of it, and get back on the bag. That's going to bring up number 23, Nick Hatchell, the Cougars' designated hitter. Again, Brookstone, the two-time defending state champion, winning in 2024 and 2025, the GIAA Division 4A state championship. Beautiful pitch from Long. Bottom of the strike zone on the outside edge of the plate for strike one. Ogle fouls that one off. Down early in an 0-2 count. Kingsley Long looking to send Hatchell back to the dugout. Ogle peering on from first. Nice lead. Dormany playing between Ogle and the bag. Kingsley's going to make that attempt over. Dormany puts a tag on him, but Ogle was back in time. Oh-2 count. Ball is outside. Throw made. Looked like he got the glove on him, but I believe Ogle may have gotten that hand up under the shortstop, Otis Stevens, who tried to apply that tag. Nick Hatchell still in the box. 1-2 count on him. And a swing and a miss for the first out of the inning. Kingsley Long stares in. I'd say he was jammed on that plate, on that pitch. It's going to move the runner up. The second baseman had to slide over to field that ground ball after Dormany drifted too far off the bag. It's going to be safe at first to put runners on the corners, first and third, for Brookstone. Kingsley Long is pitching a great game. He's thrown some absolutely diamonds of pitches, just not able to get the outs. Looks like we've the leadoff batter, Gray Jones, back up to the plate. 0-1 count. First pitch from Long was a right down the middle, no doubter. He's going to throw over to first to try to catch Mitchum Kelly sleeping. He's not successful. So, take his place on the rubber and stare down the batter. Pitched outside and into the dirt to even the count at 1-1. Again, special thanks to Carol Purdue, State Farm agent out of Phoenix City, for being a great partner here with us with Georgia Alabama Sports Live. If you have any insurance needs, give Carol and her crew a call. See if they can save you some money on insurance. 0-1 count. Ball's going to be hitting the gap. That's going to be able to score Fisher Ogle. And again, runners are at the corners. They're going to send a courtesy runner out now for Jones, the catcher. And Coach Dormany's going to come out to have a conversation with Kingsley Long. It looks like he's going to pull Kingsley from the game. And they are going to move Isaiah Copeland out into left field. Kingsley is going to head to shortstop. Yes, or maybe center field. Once they get set, we'll let you know exactly what they're doing. The Raiders are going to bring in Nathan Truitt, who was the designated hitter to start the game. He's going to come in to pitch for the Raiders, try to get them out of this hole. Kingsley Long did not pitch a bad game at all. No reason to hold his head down. Brookstone brought the bats today. They've put the ball in play, and they've been able to score some runs. But Kingsley's day is done on the mound. He will take his place in the field. And, again, I will let you know where he's going to go to play just as soon as we're back from a quick break. Keep it right here on Georgia, Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
All right, folks, welcome back into Edwin Jackson Raider Field. The Nathan Truitt was on the mound warming up. He got through 4 or 5 warm-up pitches, and Coach Dormany made his way back out to the mound, and they decided to instead go with Jeremiah Lovett, who was playing at second base on the mound, and he is currently finishing up his warm-up pitches. No easy task to come in and face Brennan Neal, who is due up next for the Cougars. Definitely not an enviable spot if you are a pitcher for the opposing team to see number 4 for Brookstone take his place in the batter's box. Looks like Dormany's going to stay at first. Isaiah Copeland, who started the game at third base, has moved over to second. Got Kingsley Long standing in at shortstop. You cannot see who is standing at third. He's got his number covered up right now, but Neal is going to take his spot in the batter's box. Get ready to see what Jeremiah Lovett has to offer him. Again, 1 down. We're in the top half of the 4th inning. Neal, top 50 perfect game player. That's a wild pitch from Lovett for his first offering. It's going to put him down in the count 1-0. Neal committed to play at Auburn. really a five-tool player, and he is exciting to watch for sure when he takes the field or stands in the batter's box. Next pitch offering from Lovett, and that ball sails outside in the opposite batter's box to put him down 2-0 in the count. Again, another wild pitch. 3-0. Not an ideal spot for Lovett. I think he was standing out at second base, kind of kicking dirt when the coaches hollered for him and tossed him the ball. They have decided to go ahead and put Neal on. He's moved to first base to load the bases. And it doesn't get any easier here. You've got Luke Lowry coming in, who's the starting pitcher for the Cougars, and he's done some damage today. And we'll see what Lovett has for him. And that's the ball just outside. It's always fun at the beginning of high school baseball season to learn the different umpires and learn kind of their tendencies and zones. He called that one a ball as well. Down 2-0 in the count is Lovett. Luke Lowry standing in, wearing those big royal blue trimmed in white 1-2 for 12 on the back of his jersey. Big swing from Lowry, and he did not catch up with it. It's got to be comforting if you were Jeremiah Lovett to finally get a strike on the board. And he's going to follow it up with what looked to be a curveball that had a nice drop right at the plate. And Lowry tried to catch up with it, got a little piece of it. It's going to take the count to 2-2. One down, bases loaded. Ball way outside from Lovett. And that's a walk. They're going to walk a runner in. Definitely not what you want if you're wearing white and black today. It's going to bring up Luke's brother, Jake Lowry, the first baseman for the Cougars. He's going to take his place in the batter's box. Base is still loaded, and it looks like Deshaun Mays is going to go out to see if he can find some words to calm Lovett down a bit. These are not fun situations, folks, to come in cold and be called on the pitch in a situation that no pitcher wants to be in. In Lovett's case, bases juiced and facing Brennan Neal. Plate umpire calling for a Shaw coach to come out. Oh, just to refill his baseballs. Shaw's assistant coach brings him out 3 beautiful pearls. Nothing like this time of the year, folks. Great weather out here right now. Lights are on here at Shaw. Nice, comfortable, mild evening. Lovett, again, finds a strike, and Lowry's able to catch up to it and foul it right back behind the backstop. Oh, 1 count. Ball outside. You guys are enjoying this broadcast. Please like, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Ball is hit well in the gap between first and second base. It's going to plate at least 2. Neal got in under the tag from Mays. Was a great effort by Mays and by the right fielder who came up firing. That's going to give Shaw a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 4th. Still only 1 down. And it's going to bring Harrison Baker, left fielder, to the plate for the Cougars. bring a courtesy runner in for the pitcher, Lowry. Looks like that may be number 6, Jack Jones, another one of Brookstone's football players, big contributors to the football team and their success they had this season, losing in the state title game. First pitch in for Baker was called a ball, as is number 2. 2-0 count on Harrison Baker, the left fielder for the Cougars. Ball sails high for ball number 3. 3-0 count. Runners at second and third for the Cougars. Ball again sails right outside. He's going to walk, the bases loaded again, and Coach Dormany is going to make another trip to the mound to pull Lovett, I believe. He's surveying the field, who he may have available. Again, Lovett did not come in a comfortable position. He came in facing arguably the top high school player in this area, and Brennan Neal, with bases juiced. So the Raiders are going to warm up Dylan Lockhart. They're going to bring him in from
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Houlihan serves fresh, handcrafted dishes made just the way you like them. Juicy burgers, sizzling steaks, crisp salads, and shareable appetizers set the table for every appetite. Relax with friends, celebrate special moments, or enjoy a casual night out. Houlihan's delivers great food, great drinks, and great times, with 2 locations in Columbus, downtown at the Marriott Hotel and on Sidney Simons Boulevard at the Doubletree Hotel.
When you have everything you need, anytime the motivation hits, you can give everything you've got.
Did you just become a morning person?
Maybe.
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness clubs. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 27th.
You in?
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Welcome back into Edwin Jackson Raider Field here at Shaw High School, a part of the Charles Flowers Athletic Complex. Dylan Lockhart just threw his last warm-up pitch, and Hayes Keetle for the Cougars is making his way to the batter's box. The front of Hayes' dark gray uniform is baseball mud orange-brown. That's the color you want to call it. He's gotten dirty today, folks. Bases loaded. First offering from Lockhart. He gets Keetle to chase and miss. So 0-1 count. Lockhart looking to get the Raiders out of this jam. Only 1 down after the Cougars have plated 2 in this inning. I'm sorry, they've plated 3 this inning. Two-1 count. Ball hit straight up. Catcher's going to make the play to retire Keetle. Huge out for Dylan Lockhart to get. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Fisher Ogle, for the Cougars. Still bases loaded. He skies that one down the left field line. It's going to hook foul, which if you're Dylan Lockhart, you got to count that as a win. He smashed that ball, but it drifted foul, and Dylan Lockhart is now ahead in this count. Quick turnaround for Shaw as they will take on Brookstone's rivals tomorrow, the St. Anne Pacelli Vikings. They'll be playing here at home again. This is Shaw's fourth game of the season. They've been able to play 3 of them at home, and they're going to have a 4th one at home tomorrow. Wild pitch is going to score. Jack Jones, who is on to run for the pitcher, Luke Lowry, I believe. 1-1 count on Ogle. Ball outside to even the count at 2. I'm sorry. It's a 3-1 count. I am not keeping a book, which breaks all of my rules for baseball coverage. So I'm relying on the Shaw scoreboard in right field to keep me posted, and they're a little slow to change it tonight. They're showing 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. That ball is off of the catcher, Deshaun Mays' body, skips over towards the Brookstone dugout, and Coach Mathis holds his runner up at third. So runners at second and third. Ogle in a full count here, 3-2. 2 down. Dylan Lockhart looking to sit Ogle down here so the Raiders can go try to claw their way back in this game. High fly ball, not very deep, into about midway center, and Long is going to be there to make that catch to finally get the Raiders out of what turned out to be a nightmare of an inning. Y'all keep it right here. We'll be right back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live with the bottom half of the 4th inning.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back in to opening night for the Cougars. They've come on the road to take on the Shaw Raiders here at Shaw High School. Raiders down by 7 and looking to claw their way back into this game. They're going to start off with the young man that was called in from right field to take over the mound and get the Raiders out of that last half of the inning. He's going to come to the plate. Lefty. Good frame. Looks like he can absolutely swing a bat, which is exactly what the Raiders need in this moment. First offering is a strike First baseman bobbles the ball. Lockhart speeding down the first base line, not able to get there in time as Jake Lowry fields the ball, bobbles it, and makes the play at first. That's going to bring up Isaiah Copeland, who has started the game at third base and has been shuffled around. I believe he's currently playing left field. Let's see what Lowry's got for him. And it's a strike. Brookstone able to score 3 runs in the top half of this inning off of wild pitches. I believe each of those 3 runs were scored off wild pitches. May have been 1 scored off of a hit, but Raiders are hanging in there. Isaiah Copeland would certainly like to have that swing back. I think he wanted to take it back midway through the swing. 0-2 count, or 1-2 count, I'm sorry, on Copeland. Nice pitch right on the outside of the edge of the plate, and that's going to send Copeland back to the dugout to bring up Jordan Bray. Jordan had a designated hitter early in the game, which was Nathan Truitt, who was the pitcher originally brought to the mound to relieve Kingsley Long and had to leave the game for some reason. Still unsure about what transpired there, but that removed him from the lineup and inserted Bray. First pitch from Lowry is a strike down at the bottom of the zone. That ball gets the outside edge of the plate. 0-2 count now on Bray. Batter has asked for time and has been granted. As I said earlier, quick turn for Shaw as they play host to St. Anne Pacelli tomorrow. That ball comes in high. 1-2 count. 2 down here. Fans advised Bray to step out, collect his thoughts. He's now back in the box and awaiting the offering from Lowry. Lowry steers that one outside just beyond the catcher's glove and to the backstop. Brookstone won't play again until the 25th when they will take on Lakeside School out of Eufaula, Alabama. Lakeside defending state champions. Ball comes in high. Count is now full, which is absolutely a win for Jordan Bray, who came in and got down 0-2 very early. He's been smart these last 3 pitches and has taken 3 straight balls. And that's a 4th. He is on his way to first base. And that is going to bring up number 28, Jeremiah Lovett. Another lefty hitter for Shaw. And take his spot in the batter's box and stare down Lowry. That ball comes in a little high. Lovett thought about it, and then he thought better of it. 1-0 count. Pitcher checks that runner at first. Bray gets back in safely. Lowry still staring him down. Ball sailed high and past the catcher's glove, rolls toward the backstop, and Bray moves up 90 feet to give Shaw a runner in scoring position. And a 2-0 count on Lovett. Top part of Shaw's lineup is due up after Lovett. If Lovett can find his way on base, That top part of the lineup has been hitting the ball hard all night. They've just unfortunately been hitting it right at defenders. And that ball comes in for ball 3. 3-0 count here. I have not seen a Shaw Raider swing on a 3-0 count at all tonight. We'll see if Lovett decides to take the bait. Lowry delivers one right down the middle, and Lovett stood as a statue. Exactly what you're supposed to do in that situation. Nice pitch comes in low, just off the outside edge of the plate. Lovett sticks his bat out there and gets a little piece of it. As you see Kingsley Long come over to grab that ball. 3-2 count, 2 down, runner at second. And swing by Lovett. It's placed right. Lovett's going to make it there. It's going to give Shaw runners at first and third for Kingsley Long. Lovett flashed some speed, making his way down to the first base bag. One thing you can say about this Shaw Raiders team is they are fast. I've seen multiple guys make that trip down that first base line, and they're hauling tail to get there, fellas. It's very difficult to defend. You're trying to get a ball knowing that a guy's barreling towards first base, and he has every chance to be safe. Offering from Lowry is high and off the plate for ball 1. 1-0 count to Kingsley Long. Again, Long is one half of the Long twins. His brother Kingston, also a member of this Raiders ball team. Long line of Shaw Raiders alums. Love it, dancing off first base. Runner at third also. 1-1 count. Big swing. Kingsley not able to catch up to that. Put him in a hole at 1 and 2 with 2 outs. 2 runners on here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That ball sails outside to even the count at 2 and 2. Guys, that one straight up behind us and behind the press box, which is directly behind me, for foul. Keeps that count at 2 and 2. If you're Kingsley right here, you are standing hoping you get a fastball middle, maybe middle away that you can reach out and pop. And he does just that. That ball's going to drop right into the left fielder's glove, spoiling that effort by the Raiders. We'll come back for the top of the 6th inning. Brookstone up on Shaw 7-0 here at Edwin Jackson Raider Field on the campus of Shaw High School. Y'all keep it right here for the end of this game. We'll see you in just a moment.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers. Risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
And welcome back in. Raiders trying to play catch-up as Brookstone has a commanding 7-0 lead over the Raiders in Brookstone's first game of the season. Raiders are going to stick with lefty Dylan Lockhart on the mound. He's going to face Nick Hatchell, the designated hitter, and Lockhart's first offering is a strike. Looks like that came in for a ball, according to the home plate umpire. We are in the top of the 6th inning. 2-1 count. Make that a 3-1 count. Again, early in the season, you're learning the kind of which zone each umpire likes. That ball almost hit Hatchell, and he will take the jog down to first base to bring his teammate Mitchum Kelly, the second baseman, to the plate. Again, we here at Georgia Alabama Sports Live are proud to bring you all the area high school athletics. Currently in that sweet spot for high school athletics, you've got postseason basketball happening. Pitch comes in from Lockhart and is a called strike one. But that sweet spot is postseason basketball. You've got the start of baseball season. You got the track kids getting out and starting to get stretched out and training for their season to start. Soccer in full swing already in our area. Softball in the Alabama schools. And, man, I'm telling you, this is a great time if you are a fan of high school sports. 0-2 count on Kelly. And he hammers that ball. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone onto the softball field here at the Charles Flowers Athletic Complex. That's going to plate 2 runs. Man, he got every piece of that rawhide sewn with those red stitches, and it has found a place on the Shaw softball field. I'm sure Mom, Dad, or Pallard's going to run over there and try to get a hold of that ball for his first home run of the season. What a nuke into left center field. Brookstone's players coming out of the dugout, welcoming him back with a hearty roar. And we're going to be back at the top of the lineup for the Cougars with Gray Jones, the catcher for Brookstone, due up. Cougars with that home run up 9-0 on the Raiders. Good pitch from Lockhart, in for a strike. Looked like a curveball that bottom dropped out of that right as it crossed the plate. Gray Jones not able to catch up to it. He tries it again, and Gray Jones launches one down the left field line. Jones is going to take second base easily with a stand-up double. And that's going to bring up Brennan Neal, the young man we've told you about often this evening. Auburn commit, perfect game, top 50 Southeast player. And he has been hit by a pitch tonight. I think he's got a hit also. Again, not keeping a book, so it's kind of hard for me to look back and tell. But I promise I will do better for the next broadcast I'm a part of for baseball. Neal's going to step in with Gray Jones standing at second base. I'm sorry, that is a courtesy runner at second base. The young man's got a hood on, and I cannot see what his number is. Neal steps in, stares down Lockhart. Lockhart serves one up in the dirt for ball one. Man, that ball by Mitchum Kelly got out of here quick, and it was pretty much a no-doubter from the time it left the bat. It had the launch angle on it, absolutely had the velo on it, and the ball, again, found its way onto Shaw softball field, directly behind the baseball field. Ball is in for a strike on Neal to even the count at 1-1. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th. Neal looking to drive in the 10th run. 2-1 count. Great turnout here tonight for both schools. Oh, big swing and a miss. Again, if you're Lockhart, that does a little something for your confidence. If you know Brennan Neal, you know what a menace he is to pitchers when he's standing in the batter's box. And to get him to swing out of his shoes chasing a pitch that you just threw is got to be a good feeling, especially evening the count at 2-2. As Lockhart looks to get his first out of the inning, and he sails that one behind Neal. That's going to move the runner up to third base. So, umpire's going to call time. I believe he's going to switch baseballs out and fix his mask. Full count for Brennan Neal. Still no outs for the Cougars. Ball comes in high, and Neal will make the walk to first base to give Brookstone runners at the corners. And that's going to bring up the pitcher, Luke Lowry, who, as of last inning, was still on the mound for the Cougars. Looks like he may be able to go the distance in this game. He's pitched a wonderful game. Thrown a lot of strikes. Shaw has put bat on the ball quite often, but they have not been able to plate any runs from their efforts. Lockhart winds, serves, and ball high. 1-0 count on the pitcher, Luke Lowry. Hit batter by Lockhart. That's going to load the bases for Luke's brother, Jake, to come to the plate. Just heard the call for half-price concessions on hot food, which is a hallmark of high school baseball. That means the booster club doesn't want to waste any money. So get to the window, get you some chicken fingers, some hamburgers, hot dogs, whatever they've got left. Eat it up and do your part in contributing to the success of this Shaw baseball program. No outs and bases are loaded. Lockhart's found himself in a jam. 1-0 count on Jake Lowry. First baseman. Saw him make a heads-up hustle play to first to get an out last inning after he initially bobbled the ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Coach Dorman loaded this schedule up. Again, they're going to turn right back around tomorrow. They're going to host Pacelli here at Raider Field. Ball inside. 3-0 count. Let's see if Brookstone, if Lowry will offer at this 3-0 pitch. And he does. And he bloofs it just over the first baseman's head. That's going to plate 1 to make it. And it's going to plate 2 as Brennan Neal skates across the plate. And Lowry moves up to second base. Runners at second and third now. Cougars take an 11-0 lead over the Raiders. Again, the Raiders are replacing Mercer Hudson and Chanu Kim, who were part of that state championship team last year. Runners at second and third. And that offering from Lockhart was called a ball. I tried to keep my opinions to myself on what are balls and strikes, but that was a pretty good pitch from Lockhart. That one comes in just a little high to make it 2-0. The Shaw team looks deflated. They came out hyped up for this game. They've had some success. They've beat Callaway this season. They've beat Marion County. They actually have played Marion County twice already and split with them 1-1 for what has been their only loss of the season so far. 3-0 count. And that was Harrison Baker. He's going to take the trot down to first base. Clean up the scoreboard. Throw some fresh zeros up there. Looks as though Shaw's pitching coach is going to make a mound visit here just to see if he can get Lockhart to dial back in. Obviously, with a game tomorrow, you're going to be limited on who you can put on the mound to pitch. So limited staff, and they are going to make a change. They're going to bring in Connor Dormany, the first baseman, team leader in batting average. He's going to the dugout to grab his pitching glove. And he's going to take the mound, take some warm-up pitches, and get ready to come in a situation no pitcher ever likes to be in, which is bases juiced and no outs. So we're going to let Connor warm up just a bit. We will be back here in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
At Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size GMC Sierras up to $14,000 off. GMC 2500 heavy-duty pickup up to $9,000 off. No payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
Welcome back into Edwin Jackson Raider Field here on the campus of Shaw High School. We've got a new pitcher in Connor Dormany, and he has got no easy task. Bases are loaded, no outs. And number 17, Hayes Keatle, just put another one onto the softball field for a grand slam. Hayes Keatle puts an exclamation mark on this one, drives in 4, and made it look effortless. First pitch from Dormany resulted in a grand slam. Raiders now down by a score of 15-0. Absolute dagger for this Shaw team, the Shaw crowd. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th. And Hayes Keatle comes in, celebrates a grand slam to seal this deal, basically, unless there are some miracles brewing in the Shaw dugout right now. Brookstone's going to look to the bench, and they're going to send Ben Ivy to the plate. A player we mentioned earlier, I believe, is a part of the Brookstone basketball team, and they are actually in the thick of postseason activities. So I'm surprised to see him actually suited up for the baseball team tonight, but it's always good when the coaches and athletic directors work together to make sure these athletes get to play the sports that they love. First offering from Dormany. Fastball comes in low and just outside of the zone. Again, Cougars up 15-0 off the back of a grand slam by right fielder Hayes Keatle for Brookstone. 2 balls. If you're Coach Dormany from Shaw, you've got to get these guys through this game. You've got to get in their ear and let them know that this game's not going to define their season. They've got another chance tomorrow night. That one placed well by Ivy into right field. He'll take a spot at first base. But you got to let them know this game's not going to define their season, and they've got plenty of opportunities to win and to shake this off. You definitely can't let a game like this beat you twice. Again, Brookstone's going to look to the bench to bring up a hitter. It's going to be number 15, Luke Moss. Take his place in the right-handed batter's box to face Connor Dormany, pitcher for Shaw. Runner at first base. And he's going to get through the shortstop and third baseman with a single. Still no outs here. And they are going to go back to the bench for number 11, Cade Webster, who's going to come in now. If you're Dormany, you're looking for a strikeout here. Maybe gain some momentum to get the next 2 and get back into the dugout and take your last at bat in a game that started pretty competitive with Brookstone scoring 1 in the first and 1 in the third. Shaw has threatened a few times. They've not been able to get a runner across the plate safely. First pitch from Dormany outside off the plate. At this point, you got to think that Dormany's just trying everything he can to get the ball across the plate to hope for a call from the home plate umpire. That was a good pitch, and it was called a ball. 2-0 count. Ball was fouled off to bring the count to 2-1. Cade Webster steps back in. 2-1 count. No outs, runners at first and second. And Webster pokes that one into left center. Going to move the runners up one bag to load the bases again for the Cougars. Coach Mathis going deep onto his bench. He's going to bring up number 1, Ford Depew. And it looks as though Coach Dormany's just going out to dap up the young man standing at third base. Depew steps in the box. Dormany stares him down. gets a sign from his catcher, Deshaun Mays. Winds, rocks, and fires inside for ball one. The ball was just popped off the end of the bat. Shaw's first baseman unable to come up and make a play. Number 10, Ben Ivy, advances to make our score 16-0, Brookstone. They're going to bring number 18, Kite Wilson, who has been the courtesy runner I've not been able to figure out tonight. So he's got a hood draped down over some of his numbers. Home plate umpires heading out on the first base line to discuss something. Coach Howard came out of the Brookstone dugout and having a conversation with him. Shaw's fans sticking around, still supporting these Raiders. Again, long season for both teams. Brookstone in game 1 of the season. Shaw's in game 4 of their season. And Shaw's going to have another chance to try again tomorrow evening as they host the Vikings from Pacelli. Pacelli with a new coach this season. Dormany ready to face Kite Wilson. Beautiful curveball gets in there for a strike, a swing, and a miss. 0-1 count. Still, there's 2 outs. Actually, don't think that is accurate. That's another swing and a miss for strike number 2. Ball sails high and outside for ball number 1. 1-2 count. Believe the discussion with the home plate umpire may have been Brookstone abandoning some bags to put 2 outs up on the board in a show of sportsmanship. You've got a 16-0 lead. That one is driven straight to the center fielder who makes the play, and the Raiders are finally out of this inning. They're going to go grab their bats, their helmets, and try to put a run or 2 or maybe 16 across the plate, so maybe we could have some extra baseball. So you guys keep it right here for the ending of this game. Thank you for tuning in tonight. And, of course, again, thank you to our sponsors, Coca-Cola, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, and, of course, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC and Opelika. We'll be right back with the bottom of the 6th inning.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always. For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers. For the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists. For long distance love. For the farsighted, nearsighted. For introverts and extroverts. For the thinkers and the doers. For old friends. Coca-Cola. For everyone.
When you have everything you need, Anytime the motivation hits, you can give everything you've got.
Did you just become a morning person?
Maybe.
Enjoy 24-hour access at most Planet Fitness clubs. Save $28 or more when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, February 27th.
You in?
Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
Welcome back in to Edwin Jackson Raider Field here on the campus of Shaw High School. Lowry is not going to end up going the distance. Brookstone has opted to put in number 21, Luke Vale, on the mound. And he is going to see Deshaun Mays, the Raiders catcher, who's been working hard back there all night long. Again, you know, these Raiders, it's important for them not to let this loss beat them twice. Of course, again, like I said, miracles may happen, and they may get right back in this game. They are currently down 16-0 at the bottom of the sixth due to GHSA mercy rules. I believe if they are unable to play it anymore, this game will be finished after the third out. It's 1-1 count on the catcher, Mays. Vale rocks, fires. Mays puts bat on ball and pops it up just behind home plate against the backstop. 1-2 is your count. For Shaw's catcher, Deshaun Mays. Deshaun turns on it. The ball hits third base, pops up, and Mays is going to hit safely and arrive at first base to bring up the other half of the Long brothers. This is Kingston Long. Started the game in center field. Shaw has had so many defensive changes, and my vision is not what it used to be, so I can't tell you exactly where he's playing now. He may still be playing center field for the Raiders. Kingston is a left-handed hitter. He is in the box and waiting for the offering from Vale. Vale sails it low for ball one. Long, towering fly ball back behind the Shaw dugout down the third base line. One count on Kingston Long. Swinging, Mays took off and just was able to swipe second base. So that'll move the runner to second and in scoring position for the Raiders. And that is a swinging strike three for Kingston Long. It's going to bring up batting average leader for the Raiders, Connor Dormany. He steps out, I think, so he could hear his walk-up song played. Umpire goes over to get some fresh baseballs from the Raider dugout. One down here in the bottom of the sixth. Dormany's going to step in to face Vale. Dormany had a nice hit earlier in the evening. Thought about that one, didn't swing. Umpire called it a strike. Vale stares down his catcher, gets his sign, winds. Fires. Curveball inside. Looked to be a really good pitch. Just unable to get the call from the home plate umpire. It's 1-1 for Dormany. That one's a little high, according to the home plate umpire. 2-1 count. Dormany was part of the Shaw contingent that joined us at Georgia-Alabama Sports Live Media Days from the Beck Center. You can find footage of each of the school's interviews on our YouTube, or you can scroll way back and find it on our Facebook page. That event was about 2 weeks ago. We enjoyed hosting all of the teams. Every team in the area that was invited showed up, and we had a great time getting players and coaches' thoughts on the upcoming season. 2-2 count. Just outside for ball 3. Full count on Dormany. Raiders' leading hitter. They do appeal out to the field umpire. He throws his arms out wide. Vale, 3-2 count, is offering to Dormany. Sinks down off the plate for ball number 4, and Dormany takes his place at first base. Runners at first and second now for the Raiders. It's going to bring up Otis Stevens, who started the game at shortstop for the Raiders. Otis, member of Shaw's football team. Vale sails that one high above the head of Stevens for ball 1. Sails it again way high in the zone for ball number 2. Raiders hitters showing some patience this inning. They look to be very aggressive early in the game. Coach Dormany sent Mays on that big hit by Connor Dormany. Mays was hosed out at the plate. It's a swing and a miss for Stevens, making the count 2-1. There is one down here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Runners are going. Both runners are going to move up. Vale drops in a strike on the outside edge of the plate. 2 runners in scoring position for Shaw. Runners at second and third. Stevens stares Vale down. Vale stares right back and delivers. And Stevens swings and can't come up with it. Good for out number 2 of this game. Coming to the plate for the Raiders, going to be the young man that was brought out to serve in relief. Had a regrettable situation to deal with the bases juiced. He has given it his all to keep Shaw in this game, or to keep Brookstone in the game, but they've hit the ball well tonight. That first pitch from Vale was a ball, making the count 1-0. 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Vale gets a sign, rocks, fires. That ball is hammered into the backstop for foul ball. 1-1 on Lockhart. And Lockhart gets a hold of that ball, drives it into center field where the catch is going to be made, and that is going to end the ball game with Brookstone in their first game of the 2026 season, taking a 16-0 win over the Raiders. We're going to introduce our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. I think it's a no-doubter. We're going to give it to the right fielder, Hayes Keatle, who was responsible for that grand slam in the top half of the 6th inning. Sent that ball to the softball field and showed what a big bat that he has. So for the Raiders, you got to flush this. You got to get ready for Pacelli tomorrow. Brookstone won't play again until the 25th, which will be in the Glenwood Border Wars that we'll be carrying live on Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. Brookstone will open that tournament facing Lakeside out of Eufaula, defending AIAA state champions, coached by legendary Russell County head coach Tony Rasmus, who's already played Pacelli this season and has a Auburn commit pitcher, Boston Brown, that we will expect to see at some point during that tournament. So that's all we're going to have for you guys tonight here from Edwin Jackson Raider Field in the Charles Flowers Athletic Complex on the campus of Shaw High School. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you again to our sponsors, our presenting sponsors, Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, Houston Sports Clinic, Coca-Cola, Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and Planet Fitness, Hula Hands, Valley Hospitality, the Columbus Lions, and Zaxby's in Phoenix City. Thanks again for joining us. Again, I am Ricky Rogers. Good night, everybody.